problem number 5 is split up into two separate problems. So the first one tells you that you've got an angle alpha, and it gives you some constraints on alpha. It tells you that the sine value of alpha is 3/5. The second one is about an angle beta. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the two different pictures. Oops, let's grab the same color that it was written in. Actually, let's go like this. Okay, for the first one, this is kind of the alpha angle picture. And this one over here is going to be the beta angle picture. So up top here, I have an angle that's between 0 and pi over 2. So let's draw that in. Okay. So this is going to be alpha. Alpha is in quadrant 1 because of this. And the sine value of alpha is 3/5. So that means the opposite side is 3 and the hypotenuse is 5. If we solve, now we've got this triangle here. I'm missing this x value. So if I go ahead and do the math, this would be, let's do it over here. This would be x squared plus 3 squared is equal to 5 squared. So x squared plus 9 is 25. Or x squared is equal to 16. So x is plus or minus 4. In this case, it's going to be positive 4 because we're going over on the x-axis to the right. So here's what I'm going to get off the angle, the alpha angle picture. I'm going to grab the sine, cosine, and tangent values. So the sine of the angle is equal to 3/5. The cosine of the angle is equal to 4/5. And the tangent of the angle is equal to the opposite over the adjacent, which is 3/4. So opposite 3, adjacent 4. The picture over here for the beta angle. Let's do it in the same. So alpha angle or beta angle. So this angle is between negative pi over 2 and 0. So it's going to look down like this. So this is beta. And we know that the cosine beta, the adjacent side, is 2 square roots of 5 over 5. The opposite side we'll call y. Now this is going to be negative because we're heading down. So I'll do this math over here that says that 2 times the square root of 5 squared, this value, plus y squared should be equal to 5 squared. So this is 4 times 5, or 20, plus y squared is equal to 25. So y squared is equal to 5, or y is equal to plus or minus the square root of 5. Here it's going to be the negative because we're heading down. So what do we have off of that? Well, we have the sine of beta of the angle is equal to negative square root of 5 over 5. The cosine of that angle of beta is 2 root 5 over 5, which we already had up here. And then the tangent of beta is going to be equal to the opposite, which is negative root 5 over 2, the adjacent, 2 root 5. These root 5s cancel out, and you're left with negative 1/2. So how are we going to use this? Well, the first question we're asked is, what is the sine of alpha plus beta? And we know that that's equal to the sine of alpha times the cosine beta plus the cosine alpha sine beta. So let's just do this right below it. So sine of alpha is 3/5. The cosine of beta is equal to 2 times the square root of 5 over 5. The cosine of alpha is 4/5. See, I'm just grabbing them from these pieces here. And the sine of beta is negative root 5 over 5. So if we do the math out here, this is going to give me 6 root 5 over 25 minus, because it's going to be plus and negative here, so minus 4 root 5 over 25, which is going to give me 2 root 5 over 25. This is a positive value. Okay. So we know that the sine of this angle is positive. So likely our alpha plus beta is in quadrant 1. Okay, let's keep going. So the next one asks me, what is the cosine of alpha plus beta? And that's the cosine of alpha times the cosine of beta minus sine alpha sine beta. So cosine alpha, again, is 4/5. Cosine beta is 2 root 5 over 5. Sine alpha is 3/5. And the sine of beta is negative root 5 over 5. So this gives me 8 root 5 over 25 plus, because it's minus and minus here, plus 3 root 5 over 25. And this is going to give me 11 root 5 over 25. We have sine of alpha minus beta. So that's going to be the sine of alpha cosine beta minus the cosine alpha sine beta. So sine alpha here is 3/5. Cosine beta is 2 root 5 over 5. Cosine alpha is 4/5. And sine beta is negative root 5 over 5. So this is going to give me 6 root 5 over 25 minus 4 root 5 over 20. Actually, plus, because it's minus and negative, so I got to change that to plus. So let's just make sure I did this right. So sine alpha is 3/5. Cosine beta is 2 root 5 over 5. Cosine alpha 4, 5. And sine beta is this. Okay, good. So these cancel. So I'm going to get 10 root 5 over 25. And both these are divisible by 5. So this is 2 root 5 over 5. The last one is, what is the tangent of, let's see here, let me pull back up my computer screen. So it's tangent alpha minus beta, it looks like. So this is going to be the tangent of alpha minus the tangent of beta over 1 plus the tangent of alpha tangent beta. So let's just make sure we got that written down right. And that looks good. So tangent of alpha is 3/4 minus tangent beta, which is negative 1/2. And then over 1 plus tangent alpha times tangent beta. So the top gives me 3/4 plus 1/2, and the bottom gives me 1 minus 3/8. So this is going to be 2/4 plus 3/4 is 5/4 divided by 1 minus 3/8 is 5/8. So this is 5/4 times 8/5, which gives me a value for tangent of 2.